Hey there, how's it going? davidinark here, back with you in BeamNG Drive. Today we've got a special request. The pool looks great for a frame rate pileup, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. Now, here comes the Piccolina and slams into the end. Up next, we've got the Stambeco, and basically what we're doing is we're going to go in order that the vehicles come with in BeamNG as they're presented in my game. And we're just going to send each vehicle down the car jump arena, across the sand, and into the pool. I was going to say crashing into each other, but in that case, didn't happen. So let's try a Bastion, and let's see if the Bastion can give us some action here, slamming into another vehicle. Now, our purpose here is actually twofold. Oh, that was gorgeous. Catching some air and slam. Oh, yeah. How about the Legrand? I randomly chose some of the vehicles, so who knows what they're going to be. We'll see. But the idea is to create a pileup at the end of the pool, but we are going to miss the pool, because why wouldn't we? Anyway, we're going to create a pileup at the end of the pool and ultimately measure the frame rate. Now, I had forgotten to turn on the frame rate monitor at this point, so it will eventually show up, I promise, as the Moonhawk just kind of comes to a rest and falls in the water. Up next, here we go, the Burnside Dragster Edition. I'm hoping that we can get some action here. Oh, a little air time, lots of air time, and a slam into the lifeguard tower there. At least I assume that's what that is. I don't know. Observation deck? I don't know. Whatever. We head down the car jump arena. Now, for this particular test, as it were, I decided not to. Oh, and again, just a bit outside. I decided not to. What did I decide to do? I can't think. Anyway, here, this is the frame rate with just one vehicle spawned. Nothing else is in the game, so that we can compare what my original frame rate is. As you can see, we're getting an average of about 88, 89. It actually hovers a little above 100 for a lot. So now we've got the frame rate turned on. You can see the frame rate monitor there in the middle of your screen at the top. And again, this is with all the vehicles that we've done so far as we scream on down with the Bolide, who absolutely misses the pool and, well, just about everything else before coming to rest very far away. Okay. This is going to be a strange mix of emotions here. The Scintilla. What is it going to do? Because, you know, at this point, who knows what. Oh, that was gorgeous. Oh, split in half. And part of it dangles from the lifeguard tower. Cruising down. I know I was going to say earlier, I decided not to have the vehicles jump off of the ramp and then come down, just because they were getting so much damage, or some of them were, speaking of damage, right into the kissa. But they were getting so much damage landing that it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. That basically they weren't making it to the pool. That is the ultimate goal here, to pile them up in the pool, or in this case, mostly at the end of the pool. Let's see where this goes. Oh, skimming across the water, coming to rest on that upside down Moonhawk. So that's one way to stay out of the water. That is for sure. ETK, I'm attempting to see what happens if we use the vehicle with a wing on the back end. I'm hoping that'll kind of keep it down to the ground a little bit, provide a little more action as it sails through the air, slamming into the other vehicles. Again, the main thing we're looking at is frame rate. So look at this now. You may have already been paying attention, but we're down to roughly 24, 23, somewhere in there, average frame rate based on the vehicles that we've got in the game so far. And really, we have a long way to go in order to see what each of the vehicles does. Well, we blew the engine and we will come to a stop here in the sand. Didn't even make it to the swimming pool. We'll see. I'm not sure what this is going to do in terms of keeping the other people out. We'll find out. That's for sure. There we are, cruising down. So, I can't decide if my goal is to avoid or crash into four-wheeler. Oh, lots of damage there. And again, look at the frame rate. It is starting to dip down below 20 for sure. So every car that we bring into the mix while leaving the other cars on the screen is continuing to hurt our frame rate for sure. Oh, grabs the water for a complete flip over and doesn't crash into anybody. Just on its own, hanging out. How about the D series? Oh, whoa, a little bit sideways there. The back end starting to want to slide out, but we've got it under control as we head on down. And are we going to hit? No, we're not. Oh, very close to the four-wheeler. And again, that water. So the idea was to have a pileup at the end, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to pull that off because the water is causing so much interference. You know, the friction and the resistance of the water is preventing a lot of our vehicles from actually reaching the pileup at the end. Ultimately, though, we're mainly interested in the frame rates, and of course, every now and then, that's right, we get a vehicle who just skims across anyway. How about the Curiosity Caravan? We all know what this really is, but it's BeamNG, and they can't say what you're thinking. As we come down, look at there, the average now is, well, it hovers between 13.9 and 15 something, so not too shabby. I mean, it's not great. It's 15 frames per second. Oh, look at there, catching some air and adding to the pile. Fire Rescue Roamer in action, cruising down the car jump arena. Oops, I'm a little sideways. There we go. Ah, look at this. Oh, yeah. So each car, I don't know, each car seems to be take not quite a frame out of action. And again, the water. That's very frustrating. Very frustrating, but that's okay. How about a T series? Of course, we've got the Destroyer with the ram plow on the front. All right, I am intentionally attempting to take out the four-wheeler. Let's just do it. Let's get it out of the way, call it good, send it up and over. Oh, man, I hit the lip. Whoa. Oh, my gosh, we have thrown wheels everywhere. Man, I hit that lip and it pushed the vehicle just a bit outside. All right, well, nothing like an electric sports car to head down the car jump arena and see how well this does. I'm holding out a lot of hope for this one because it's going to be going so fast. It should skim nicely across the water. Oh, we're a little bit sideways. Oh, we're a lot sideways, rolling, tumbling. We are headed for the bolide, if you remember. Oh, okay, well, we're up over the bolide. Yeah. the ESBR just decided to go to the other end of the map. It's like, you know what? Nah, I'm done. Ah, here we go. Come on, little dude. All right. Once again, giant wing on the back. Let's see if the giant wing helps or hurts the situation. Or, frankly, if it seems to make no difference at all. Okay. Oh, that was nice. It actually helped keep the back end down, the front end up, as we just go plowing through that station. Doesn't really matter, though. Again, the idea is to have a pileup at the end, and although there is a pileup at the end, vehicles are certainly being spread throughout the course here in the car jump arena today. Oh, here we go. Oh no, the demon heading right for it. There it is. 4x4 absolutely blown away, destroyed. The demon sacrificing itself to clear the way. How about the COVID, what's this, Mr. Turbo or MR Turbo? I don't know. I've heard it pronounced two ways. Just MR Turbo and also Mr. Turbo. Let me know down in the comments. Which is it? Is it a Mr. Mister? Or it's just an MR? I don't know. But he is flying. Look at that. Even if there are only 11 frames per second, he is definitely cruising. Okay, a lot of vehicles seem to like that left side. I don't know what that's about. That's an interesting development here in the game. The Hoppa, big wheels are rolling. My thought on this one, and I know I said I randomly picked them, and I pretty much did, except for if you see vehicles with police lights, I purposely chose those. And in this case, I purposely chose this one because I'm thinking that the big tires will help keep it afloat, carry it across the water, and into the pileup. Let's see if my theory... Oh, well... I mean... we almost didn't really need it. And of course, the resistance of the water caught the wheels anyway. This is not as easy as I had anticipated. Now, I don't know how easy I thought it was going to be, but I truly thought that sending a bunch of cars down this ramp into the pool at the end would amount to a major pileup and a major frame killer. So far, we've pretty much only achieved one of those. As you can see, we are down to about 11 frames per second. Where are you going, Miramar? Where are you going? You have no idea. Whoop, up around the pole. You have no idea. No idea what's going on, dude. What's happening here? Here we go. The 90s Pessima. This is the undercover detective version, or whatever you want to call that. Look at that bad boy. Now, again, we're hovering, somewhere around 11.5 frames per second. And so far, even though the frame rate is definitely not where it was when we started, on these faster vehicles, it's actually, to me anyway, very playable. I'm not noticing a giant issue, although we are definitely getting a pileup in the pool. And here we go. Oh, the 80s Pessima. This one's got a roll cage in it, so you know what that means. Nothing. Doesn't mean anything in this map. Alright, we are definitely hovering just below that 11 frames per second, and really it's even less than that. We've seen it dip down to about 9 or so. There's a nice little jump. Oh, and a nosedive straight into the bottom of the pool. Okay. I'm doing every vehicle, all right? So every vehicle is getting a shot. So this is the I don't know what it's called, Rock Hound, or I don't know, Round Rock, or whatever it's called. This is the four-wheel pigeon off-road version. I'm not holding out much hope for this at all. Let's see what happens here as it heads on down. leveling out and hitting the sand. Now, can we get through the sand? The sand is really causing some resistance here. Oh, oh my gosh. So it bent the frame when we hit the transition and then bent the frame again when we landed in the pool. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Wow. So the four-wheel widgeon, now that we've done the pigeon, now for the widgeon. Again, not a real fast vehicle, so we'll see how speed affects what's going on. Now I guess, I don't know if it's an advantage or a disadvantage that this vehicle has, that it's at this end of the competition, so the frame rate is hovering just around 10. Oh, we blew the engine. It's hovering just around 10, but again, I mean, yes, you can tell the frames are stuttering and it's lagging a little, but overall, not whoops, too bad. A nice little somersault up over the pigeon. Good job. Ah, yeah, here we go. The Wendover. Let's see if we can get this bad boy to fly down the road as frame rates continue to drop. Yeah, look at that. This is now feeling very slow motion, and yet at the same time we're flying along. This is a very weird thing to experience driving this. Oh, look at there, a nice little skip across the pond, slamming up into the Curiosity Caravan, landing partway in the water. And here we are. Come on, let's do this. So let's see, I think this is the stadium truck. Nah, I can't remember off the top of my head. However, as we hit the gas and fly down the road, yeah, things are looking more and more like they are in utter slow motion. Look at that frame rate. Oh, it is severely hurting. To be honest, I'm not sure that the frame rate the game is recording in-game matches the actual frame rate that I'm experiencing and that you're probably seeing as I'm recording this. Oh, okay. That's one way to get there. Sure. Once again, nice little pile up in the pool. Come on. I think this is the Doom Kicker. I haven't learned the names of all the new vehicles yet, but in either case. Oops, okay. Kind of losing the control. Yeah, this bad boy it's hard for me to control. I know there are lots of folks who do some amazing things with this vehicle in the game. I have not yet. I need way more practice. And look at the frames. I mean, the game is stop stuttering. Look at that. Just it's almost like stop motion. As we head toward the pool, it's very hard to drive when the game is doing this. Oh, there we are, tumbling, somersaulting. Now, it's reporting about 7 or 8 frames per second, but you can see it is nowhere near that as that car was tumbling down. There's no way. So that might be an accurate in-game. That is definitely not an accurate out-of-game situation. So here's where we are at this point. Oh my gosh, things are insane. And I don't know what happened to the bus. So, okay, there you go. Anyhow, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm davidinark. Have a great day.